กุสเลนะยันตังสันทังปะตังอภิสมิชสะโคชุชะสุวัจโจจะสามุตุวนาติมานิ Good morning. It's Saturday morning 4 o'clock and this was a traditional chanting people do every morning in the monastery. So this is the chanting book I just read from. It's in Thai and the language I spoke was Pali. This was the language that the Buddha and his monks and friends spoke. So you see on the left hand side the Pali language, on the right hand side this is the Thai translation. But now I'm not in monastery anymore and I sleep longer, so it's Saturday and it's far too early for me to wake up now. And you see my bed, I will go back into my bed now.
Bau!
Was?
Nichts oder?
Okay.
Oh.
When I was 16, I left Germany and went to Thailand to stay in the monastery. And after 2 months staying in Thailand, I ordained as a nun. In total, I stayed in Thailand for 4 years and I was a nun for about 7 years. So I don't know whether anybody of you knows where Thailand is exactly. For this reason, I have prepared something for you. Ta-da-ta-da! Okay. So this here is Thailand. And you see Thailand is under China. So this is actually China. China is really big actually, but it's only a small part of it here shown. And it's close by India, actually on the right side of India. And I came to Bangkok first and I went to many different places. So I went to Bon, to Lampang, to Hua Hin and eventually to Chiang Mai. But Thailand is not the birthplace of the Buddha. The Buddha was born in Nepal, to say in Lumbini, about 2,600 years ago, so it's 300 BC. And he mostly stayed in Savatthi, which is in India, close by to his birthplace, and Vaisali and Rajgir, you can see here. So 300 years later, after the Buddha passed away, the king Asoka, who reigned the country India, sent monks to other countries to spread the religion, and they eventually arrived in Thailand, and this is how actually the religion came to Thailand. The place I stayed longest in was in Chiang Mai, and they had 2 monasteries there. The main one is this one. It looks quite fancy, but I stayed in a less fancy monastery also, which is called Sutachit. So you see a picture of me, and 2 guys says I look like a little pig in this picture. And you see a traditional robe on it in red, and we shave our hair, or I shaved my hair every week or 2 weeks, and we also shaved our eyebrows. And so in the monastery we had a lot of different chores to do. It's about cleaning work, organization, taking care of guests, and also teaching. So you see a picture of me teaching Thai children, and it was quite difficult because my Thai wasn't that good at that point, and I had to kind of find a way to communicate. And a very important part in the monastic life is the alms round. The alms round is every morning about 6 o'clock. The nuns go out with a bowl and collect food from the laity, and you see in this picture the laity is very faithful and they are kind of like respect the nuns a lot, and they are standing there every morning to give some food to them.
Hello again. We are going to meet a friend of mine. He's a monk. He's a German monk, but lived for a long time in Asia and was also ordained there. So I will ask him some questions today and interview him. And I hope it's interesting for you. So we have to go.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Now we've arrived at the temple of Pralay. Pra is a respectful title for a monk. Pralay is originally from Germany, but as a young man he went to Thailand to seek ordination. And now today we have the chance or the opportunity to interview him and ask him some questions. So first, I would like to, can you tell something about you, us something about you, and especially why did you ordain?
Many young men and women as well find in early on in life I had this spiritual quest. I came along Buddhism and I found that those instructions and those teachings of Buddhism were the most satisfying and the most deep teachings I came along. So with that I chose to go to Thailand when I was finishing my military service and try it out for myself. But as it turned out in Thailand, and this is actually a little bit of embarrassing story here, but it went that in Thailand you get a visa only for 3 months. So after 3 months you would have to leave the country over the border to Burma or Laos and come back. And so to avoid this hassle of leaving the country every 3 months and then coming back, I actually decided to become a novice because with a novice you get a visa for 1 year and you don't have to leave the country anymore. So just like of this practical consideration, I actually become a novice. But once I became a novice and I stayed at the monastery and I did the practice of a novice, I soon realized that if you really want to get the results promised by Buddhism, promised by the Buddha, the way of the monk and staying in a monastery, that's the way to go.
What were the difficult things for you in a monastic life?
So, well, this changes over time. So in the beginning, many people assume like things like eating 1 meal a day or not being able to to do entertainment or something, this would be difficult. But this is actually not so difficult. I didn't find that difficult. What's a little bit difficult in the beginning for me as a Westerner was the mode of discipline. So it's, being in a monastery is a very strict discipline, and so when you grow up free, kind of like with little to no rules at all, and then you come in this circumstance of having like 200 plus rules, and this is a little tough at the beginning. And so this is not only the rules, it's the authority behind it as well. So you have to listen to people and have to listen to authority, and to kind of like change your demeanor from a rebellic Westerner kind of like to being obedient and being like kind of like fit in that system, fit in that space. So this is was challenging in the beginning, and then of course the distance to not only the spatial distance but also the cultural distance. So the Thai culture is very, very different from the Western culture, and being like alone, the only Westerner within like a group of Thais, this can be kind of hard.
And which part where like you could enjoy?
The good things are like they're really like the results of your practice. You really experience calm.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us some time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Surely many of you wonder why I left Germany and ordained as a nun in Thailand, and there are some reasons. One reason is that I had many questions about life and was looking for an answer how to live life purposefully and with wholesome actions. And another reason is that I was seeking an adventure, and traveling through Thailand and India gave me this adventure. So I stayed in Thailand for 4 years, as I said, and I think the reason why I left is that the discipline and the rules are very strict, and Thailand is, or especially monasteries, are institutions where the authority plays a very important role. So as an individual, it's kind of hard to develop and say one's own opinion, and I thought that for my own development it's the best to come back to Germany.
Lauter.
Concludingly, the time in Thailand was very important for me, and I still love the lifestyle a lot. So I found out that it's not the fitting lifestyle for me, and yeah, if you have any question, you're welcome to ask, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So, bye bye!